from Literary Explorations, and I'm here to do my June TBR pile. I haven't really been reading or blogging a whole lot lately, but I just finished school like a couple days ago, and then summer school actually starts tomorrow, but I only have to take like 2 classes. So I'm hoping to have a lot more time to read and review and get back to blogging. My pile is kind of ambitious, but like I said, I'm really only going to be taking like 2 classes and then working a little bit, so hopefully I can have a lot more time to read. So the way that I've kind of set this up now is I went through and I looked through my bookshelves and I was like, I have too many books that are just getting put on the back burner like every month. So I'm going to do like 2 middle grade books, 2 romances, 2 books that were just released, so ones that I bought, and then 2 books that have, at least 2 books that have been on my shelf for a good while. And I'm not going to talk about review books because I feel like that kind of changes just depending on my mood. But I do have some NetGalley books that I'm going to want to read on my Nook. I'm hoping to get back into working out. I put on some weight, which I'm not happy about, thanks to school. So hopefully I can read some stuff on my Nook while I work out and hopefully get back into like a better routine with that. So let's just get into the books. First up, I have a couple that I'm currently reading. I'm working my way through A Breath of Air by Eve Marie Mott. This is a tour book, so I'm trying to finish it up really, really soon. I have this much more to read. I've only read this much. So I have this much more to read. And it's really good so far. Like I said, I just haven't had the most time to read right now. But I'm hoping to finish it really soon. So that's going good. Jane Eyre is one of my favorite novels, so I definitely wanted to give that one a shot. And then I'm working my way through Awakened by a Kiss by Leah DePasqua. This is a collection of 3 short stories. I'm on the 2nd short story right now. And they are romantic retellings of fairy tales. So, very good so far. I would recommend this author. I have another one of her books on my shelf, and then once I get those 2 done, I want to get some of her standalone novels. I've heard they're really good. So, hopefully I can finish this month. I'm about halfway right now, so see how that goes. And then so these are going to be my 2 romances that I'm going to read. A Breath of Air is a tour book, so it doesn't really fit into my categories right now. I just really need to finish it. So these are my 2 romances. So I've got A Rogue by Any Other Name by Sarah McLean. This came out in, I believe, February. So it's been on my shelf for a while. And really want to get to it because I loved her Love by Numbers series. It was fantastic. And I've heard really, really good things about this book too. So hoping to get to this one soon. And I really like reading romances in the summer. They're just quick, easy summer reads, and that's mostly when I get most of mine read. Let's see. Another review book that's been on my shelf for a while is The House at Tenford by Natasha Solomons. I accepted this from Penguin. It's published by Plume. And it's supposed to be for people that like Downton Abbey. And I really love Downton Abbey. I actually need to catch up on that this summer. Just been so busy. So I'm hoping to give this one a try and review it. I really hope I like it. I need a good historical fiction. I like historical fiction, that's why, but sometimes I want an adult book too. So this will be I think this is my only adult, actually I have 2 adult books for the month that I'm looking forward to. And then as far as books that have, actually I'm not going to do it yet. For middle grade books, I recently bought Liesel and Poe by Lauren Oliver. This has been out for a couple years now. I think it came out, let me check actually. Oh, it came out last year. So came out last year. But I just bought my own copy because I just love the detail on the cover. And I'm not sure if you've seen this before. I never had until I picked up the book. This is what the actual cover looks like, so that was just gorgeous. And I'm wanting to read more middle grade because these are the books that my future students are going to be reading. So I definitely wanted to try and read more middle grade. I still love YA, but I'm just not going to really be likely to have, books that are for ages 14 and up in my class, because the oldest I can teach is like 9th grade. So I wanted to check out more middle grade. This is actually the first middle grade book that I've ever bought since I started blogging. I'm sure I have some at home, but these are the ones this is the one that I've bought recently. The other book for my middle grade for this month is actually going to be a reread for me, but I've never reviewed it. I read it when I was in middle school. I read this entire series actually in middle school and loved it. And this is Both Sides of Time by Carolyn B. Cooney. I got the entire series from my library, except for some reason they didn't have the last book, so I bought it at half price. And I have a feeling I'm going to end up buying my own copies of these, but they're currently out of print, so I'm going to have to track these down somewhere. Basically, it's a time travel romance. This 15-year-old girl ends up traveling back to 1895, and she meets this guy and falls in love with him. From what I can remember. Like I said, I haven't read these in forever. It's been a really long time. So I'm hoping to read the whole series. If not, at the very least, I just want to read this one. Kind of refresh my memory about the series. And then 2 of the books that have been on my shelf for a really long time. This one is Timeless by Alexander Monier. So kind of to go with the time traveling theme, I figured I'd get this one out, because after reading Both Sides of Time, I might want to pick this one up. And I think the sequel's supposed to come out pretty soon, so I've been wanting to read this one anyway. But I think I bought this probably when I moved into my apartment, so a year and a half ago, I guess. And I still haven't read it, so I really need to get this one read. I've heard really good things about it. I know I'm probably going to love it. It's just a matter of having the time to actually sit down and read it. It's got a really pretty cover. It's blue, and then it's got the silver on the spine. But yeah, another time traveling novel. Love historical fiction, but time travel just kind of gives it a little something extra. And then the other book, which I think this came out last winter, probably around December, is The Probability of Miracles. This is the spine. It's like this pretty blue cover. I'm not really a fan of hot pink, but I've heard this is a really good book. Sarah Shepard blurbed it. It's about a girl who I believe she has cancer. Yes, girl has cancer. And so this is just her story about things that she wants to do before she dies, so kind of like a bucket list. But it had some really great reviews. I remember I picked this, I bought this immediately after reading someone's review of it. I can't remember who, but I know I just wanted to rush out and get my own copy. And I did, and it's been on my shelf, and I haven't read it, and I'm actually going to pass this on to Laura over at the Reading Nook. I told her I would send it to her because I didn't think I was going to read it, but I'm going to read it this month, and then I'm going to send it to her. So I have to get this read this month so I can send it off to Laura. So hopefully I'll like this one. And then my 2 books that are brand new, well, pretty new, like May, June releases, or actually May, these are both end of May releases, are ones that I just cannot hold off on reading, and I think they'll be amazing. First one is Changeling by Philippa Gregory. This is her first young adult novel, and I love her adult books, so this was like an auto-buy for me. It is absolutely gorgeous inside. It's got this really pretty end pages, and it's purple, and that's purple, and purple's like my favorite color, so this looks so pretty on my shelf. I don't own all of her books, but I own a good many of them, and I love this cover. It's just so cool. But yeah, and it looks super short, so I'll definitely be able to fit this one in this month. And then the other book that I'm really looking forward to is Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson. This is the same author who wrote Amy and Roger's Epic Detour. Loved that book. Gave it a really good review. I think I gave it about 5 stars. So when I saw that her second book was coming out, I was like, okay, I definitely have to get this. This is the nice, pretty summery yellow cover. So I ordered it, and it's been sitting on my shelf since the, mid-May probably when it came out, or early May when it came out, and I just haven't had time to read it, so hoping to get to it very, very soon. I love how shiny this is. And then if I would happen to finish these, I really doubt that happens, but if I would, these are just a couple other books that I have that I really want to get to. I mentioned that I'm reading Both Sides of Time. These are the other 3 books in the series. The next one is, I believe, Out of Time. Out of Time. I don't know why this one is the only one. It's like the odd one out with the covers. But I got Out of Time, Prisoner of Time, and For All Time. So they're really short. They're middle grade. They should be fast reads. I can probably crank these out in like an afternoon. So if I get Both Sides of Time done, I'm probably just going to move on to these 2. And then the other book that I want to read, this is another one that's been on my shelf since before I've moved into my apartment. This is Charmed Thirds by Megan McCafferty. It's the 3rd book in the Jessica Darling series. These books are so good. They're so funny. Jessica has a great voice. I was actually surprised to find out that these aren't considered young adult, even though the narrator is young adult, or is a young adult. So kind of strange that I just always considered these young adult and they're not. So anyway, it's just like a fun fact. But Megan McCafferty is a really good author. She also wrote Bumped, which I guess was her first YA series. Bumped and Thumped. I haven't gotten around to reading Thumped, but I really want to. But I thought I'd finally finish reading this series this summer, because this would be a good summer read, I think. And then the other book that I started reading, but I'm just going to restart it because I don't remember what happens, is Insurgent by Veronica Roth. So I'm hoping to get to this one soon. I love how the symbols are on the front of the covers for the series. But yeah, I've heard good things about Insurgent. What I read so far was pretty good. I can't really make a judgment out yet because I think I read like 12 pages, and like I said, I'm just going to reread it. And then if by some chance one of these doesn't strike my fancy, or if I just have some time when I want to read something short, I don't know if you've seen these, but Random House is re-releasing the Janie series by Carolyn B. Cooney. Carolyn B. Cooney was probably like one of my favorite authors when I was growing up in middle school, and so I saw these at my local Barnes & Noble, and I picked up the first 2. I almost bought all 4, but I restrained myself. But I love these covers. They're so modern. They're so creepy. Like, if you can see, it's like the girl's face is on there. And I recently found out that she is coming out with a 5th book in, I think, January is coming out. So I really want to reread this series. So, sorry, maybe trying to shortly. I really want to reread this series. That way I can read the new book when it comes out in January. But I remember the series was just so good. It was so captivating. And it's definitely one of the best, I think, middle grade series that is out there from when I was a kid. I mean, there's some great middle grade series out there now, but I feel like I didn't really have a ton to choose from, and so, I mean, her books were just the best. So yeah, so that's a ton of books that I want to read this month. I'm probably not even going to get through half of them, but this gives me a lot of options with my reading. I like that it's a mix of stuff that's, brand new off the shelves, things that have been sitting on my bookshelf for a while. I've got a library book thrown in, or 3 library books if I get to these other ones. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hoping to read and blog a lot more. Haven't really been in the mood as of the last couple of days, just I've been tired from school. But I was reading a book earlier, so hopefully I'll finish that one up and then move on to my stack that I just showed you. So yeah, this is way too long a video, so I apologize for that. But yeah, this summer I should be able to get caught up a lot more. If you think I should read any of these first, or if you just have like a recommendation, or you want to say like what you thought about the book, as long as like no spoilers or anything, feel free to tweet me, leave a comment below, email. I'm pretty good about answering my email, so you can always contact me that way too. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the start of your summer. If you're in school, I feel your pain. It's like a never-ending process. I didn't mention it before, I'm starting my graduate program in education this summer, and then I will be done next April. And then I'm really hoping to go to, in June, I really want to go to ALA in Chicago because I love Chicago. I'm really hoping to go back. So if any of you are thinking about going to that, let me know. I'm still like figuring out all the details. I have a friend that might want to go with me from school, and so that might work out with having a place to stay, which would be nice because Chicago is ridiculously expensive. But yeah, so let me know if you think about going to that. If you know of any book signings that are coming up in Ohio, let me know. I'm going to start looking at my calendar to see what I want to go to. And yeah, so that's about it. I will talk to you all soon and hopefully have some new reviews up for you. Bye.